So let me get to this next topic. Cause we just talked about the first one. So the second one is actually really interesting. It said, why do you think there's so much scrutiny and conversations about who black men choose to date when the data shows that Asian women and Hispanic individuals date outside their race at an even higher rate than black men? So I'll preference this off.
Can y'all lead the conversation with that one?
Yeah, I'll preference this off. Obviously, a lot of the conversation in interracial relationships seems to be focused on black men, like, oh, black men date white women, this, that, and the third. But and black men must not love their mothers, and they hate black women, and all this fucking unnecessary rhetoric. But then when we look at Asian women who date outside their race the most, nobody's looking at Asian women saying, but damn, they must hate their fathers, or they hate Asian men, or they hate this, that, and the third, and they date white men the most. Like, you get what I'm saying? Just like Hispanic people, especially American-born Hispanic people, they tend to date outside their race more, but nobody has that smoke for them,
right,
the same way they do for black men. So why are people so focused on who black men date and not focused on other people?
I got something for that one.
Okay.
It's because the way black men usually treat black women. Not to say it's like a broad spectrum. It's
your
like,
mic up too.
Bring the mic close to.
Like, it's a lot of different, everybody's their own individual person and everybody has their own relationship with the adjacent person. But it's like commonly known that black men do usually treat black women a certain kind of way. And when we're aggressive, we're told we're, very, I don't know, vindictive or condescending or self-centered,
combative, and all this.
And we're just trying to, advocate for ourselves, because if we don't, who else is? But as a woman, when you advocate for yourself, it's considered like crazy, and that's the word men love to use, crazy. And it's not necessarily that we're crazy. We just have to speak highly of ourselves, because if we don't, who will? And not necessarily speaking that every man wants their woman to be quiet, but a lot of men don't want their women to be the voice of the conversation, don't want to be the head of the relationship. But it's not necessarily that we want to be the head of the relationship. We want to have our own, our own mind in our relationship to still keep independence with someone. But an Asian woman or another race of women, they do a lot of the same things that black women do to our kids, but it's laughed at. But with a black woman, it's considered abuse. You see, it's differences.
Like, give me an example. You said they do a lot of, like, they abuse their kids and stuff like that?
Yeah, like if a Latina mom grabs like a chancla and hits her child with a shoe, it's funny and it's a joke. But if a black woman is like, pops their child
with a pot,
yes.
Yeah, niggas be comparing a chancleta to a whole fucking,
that ain't abuse.
like,
I'm just
a whole fucking barbed wire belt. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
go get the switch.
That's too much, but you know what I'm trying to say.
So you think is because black men speak negatively about black women?
They carry us a lot differently than they carry other races. It's because there's so, like, since me and you are African American, we have a lot of common ground. But if I were to marry a Latina man or Latino man, me and him, we would have to spend our entire lives learning each other, because we have two completely different cultures, two different backgrounds, two different understandings of life. So it's probably really upsetting, well, to me, that a black man can go date another woman and be willing to learn this woman's whole nationality, her whole life, her whole everything. But when you get with a black woman that you know everything she's been through, you ate the same food at Thanksgiving she did, you know everything, you went to the same type of cookouts, but you're willing to go put double down the effort with someone else than with your own people. Yeah,
I think there's more to a relationship than just having a common, like, this, like, ethnic group or culture. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think a lot of men or women are going where they want to be, valued, respected, and appreciated. Yeah. And sometimes when like, I can't speak for why Asian women date, white women at such a high clip. Like, you know what I'm saying? Outside of outside of society just pedestalizing white men and white women, like, you know what I mean?
People fetishize black men, like, seriously.
Deadass.
Like, very much so. This is gonna be really out of bounds, but if you ever watch any type of like adult film, black men are fetishized disgustingly. Like it'd be like one black girl.
You don't think black women aren't either? They got a whole category like dedicated to them.
There
like, you know
is,
what I'm
but
saying?
the
like
the
black
difference
men are
is
fetishized to the point where it's like, come on.
the
like,
difference is black women prefer to date black men.
Yes.
We don't prefer to date outside of our race. I mean, there is some. Not everybody's the same. But
vast
our
majority.
preference is in our, you feel me? And I feel like when it's shoe on the other foot, y'all preference is outside of that. You feel me?
I don't think. I mean,
Or
again,
they
I
have
think
to
we
be a
focus.
certain way.
We focus so much on the minorities that we like. Black men marry black women at an 87% rate. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like the election. Black men voted for Kamala at an 87% rate, but people would rather focus on that 12 or whatever, the 13%, and try to make that the majority. Like, you know what I'm saying? But again,
Black
we
men
have
ain't show up.
Yeah, when we have the Asian women or white women or Hispanic women do the same things, even at a higher clip, nobody's looking at an Asian woman saying you hate your mother, you hate your father. You don't like. Nobody has the same rhetoric. And I've seen Asian women talk negatively about Asian men. They just don't have a culture. This is why I noticed that these other ethnic groups of women don't have a culture where they are as vocal and shaming their men on every platform they could possibly get in life. You know what I mean? As we're in our culture, it is like known for black women to kind of bash black men, to emasculate them, to disrespect them. So at every point, they always looking at, oh, black men ain't this, black men ain't that. And then, like, I seen a post. I don't know, I'm yapping. I seen a post that said black men can't be your shields and your target at the same time. And it resonated with me because as a black man, all I see is black women bashing us, doing whatever they can to try to minimize us. But then at the same time, it's like you want us to protect you and you want us to do all you want us to go out our way. But these are the same women that will laughing at when Trump got in the presidency, said, "Oh, I hope Trump kill y'all because y'all voted for." Like that type of stuff is crazy. Like, you get what I'm saying? So, Ju, what's your thoughts on this topic?
Shit, y'all done said a lot. I think it's crazy, but I don't know what we have to do as black men to show you guys something different. I believe that we continue to get attacked no matter what it is, from fatherhood, where the rates of black fathers has increased.
Single mother.
I mean, you can be a single mother. I'm not saying all the fathers are there, but black fathers are more in the home than any other group or race, and it has increased as of all millennials fathers as of now. So I mean, that's one thing. And then the whole I just think the standard that they expect from us, they tend to have slack for the other groups of men when they date outside their race. There was a woman who was paying for a white man bills and going public, making it seem like he was doing it. I can't remember her name, but she was a very established woman. They went viral about him, and then she got mad once he never put anything in. She's like, I was paying the bills the whole time. But let a black man want to go half with y'all. She
was pedestalizing that white man as he was her savior,
for sure.
And then, but she was paying all the bills, like, you know what I'm saying. So it's like
car notes, everything.
That's her fault personally, because at the end of the day, if you want somebody to sleep in the same bed with you, live in your home, be like your adjacent person, you have to, like, to even allow them to get there, you have to, give them some preliminary tests and tell them, this is what I want out of my partner. And if they don't meet that match, they can't be a partner. And that's as plain and simple.
When you say stuff like that, black men been asking, black women to meet us at we're tired of you guys, the ones that's argumentative, yelling. We want to communicate. We want to talk. You feel like we should understand why you're this is us, and then we have a shield. We went through the same trauma as you guys. We were raised by single mothers as well. So how could you expect me to bend and abide by to everything that you're saying when you're not compromising anything as well?
I have a good thought on that one.
Okay.
Well, as a man, like, a woman is not ruled by logic like a man should be. And no, I understand that. Oh, you have the same insides I do. We have the same emotions. We have the same feelings. We're just people. But when a woman looks to a man, or at least myself, when I look to a man, I expect my significant other to be more grounded than I am, and I would be that for him too in situations when he would need me to. Right. But essentially, I want you to be that person for me, to be the anchor. So when I'm going through a storm of overthinking, or I feel so upset, or I'm angry at something, I need to look to my partner to deal with my stress that I'm, projecting at people, and understand that I still love you, I still care for you, I'm still here for you, but I'm angry.
Yeah,
And
you
that's
got,
simple.
and I understand that, and I sympathize with that. But you got to understand that we're not your punching bag,
Yeah.
and that's the
Can I
part
ask
where we're not on the same page with.
I just want to add, like, I feel like definitely going off what she said and what you said, because you had some valid points as well. And I feel like women like do have to take accountability for certain shit. However, I feel like, and we're talking like growing up in a Black household and stuff like that, we're not taught how to communicate. We're not taught how to do these things, right? So when we find a partner, we're expecting somebody to show an example or something, because we never seen this, or help us through it, because we've never, you feel me? We've never had the environment to even try. Like, this is all we know. Like, I don't know how to deal with, like, me personally, I don't know how to deal with emotions. I just lash out. That's all I've seen my mother do. Nothing else.
You gave
Until my bad. Until somebody present me with another way to go about it, and I'm like, you know what? Let me try that. It might work.
You gave the key answer, and that's because most young women just watch their mother run the house.
Yeah.
So when it's time for them to run a house, they don't know how to allow a man to hold his role.
Okay.
And that's why you guys sometimes
we're not that
compete with
receptive
us.
to it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I can see that though.
And it's crazy because women are leading the charge with this conversations about emotionally intelligence and stuff like that. We need a man, but then in the same breath, a lot of women aren't emotionally intelligent themselves, and then it's almost like they want to be treated like children. It's like, you want me to have a tantrum, and I expect you as a man, even though you didn't have a father figure, you didn't have, like, we give women a luxury to have these excuses that we wouldn't allow men to have. Like, no man could come up to you and say, damn, I didn't have a father figure, I don't know how to lead properly, I'm still learning. You would look at him and like, oh, nigga, you gotta get your shit together. But a woman will say, damn, you know what, I ain't seen my father growing up. Like, you know what I mean?
See,
that's not true. That's subjective.
My situation is completely different. Both of my parents are married, but they're not together. They have two separate marriages. I have two large examples of what a relationship could be.
Mm-hmm.
I also know that when you're with a person, sometimes you're not supposed to be with this person. So you have to think about it like that. My parents had me and my sister, but they're not together. That doesn't mean that, like, you're not everybody you're supposed to be with. So when you're finding all these hiccups in a relationship, just leave the person alone instead of trying to, figure out a controversy or figure out why is it not working when it's not working. So just stop trying to make it work. Like, I left my son's father because it wasn't working. He was an abusive person. So I cannot, sit in an abusive household and I watch my mom get abused while she left my dad. Why would I turn around and subject myself to the same things instead of just exiting the situation? And that's what a lot of young individuals need to know.
Father?
Yeah.
So you ain't know he was abusive before you had kids?
No. As soon as he felt like he had me wrapped around his finger,
which most men are like that way. So.
That's when he he decided to, extend his reach and show how far he'll really go. And I didn't appreciate it. So I left. And that's all you really have to do. You have to choose yourself in those situations.
Okay, that's valid. And I'm sorry you had to go through that. Like, you know what I mean? But just like how you said that you didn't want to go through that experience, I think that's how some men, Black men, are feeling. Like, yo, I've encountered Black women who are unhealed. They're not emotionally intelligent. They don't exude femininity. They don't know what femininity is because they had to be so masculine. I choose to go somewhere where I am being appreciated. It has nothing to do with I hate my mother. It's just I want to go somewhere where I'm feeling appreciated. And that's not being, like, reciprocated. It's like, oh, well, whatever the fuck your feelings, you supposed to be, your mom is a Black woman, you hate Black. It's like, damn, are y'all going to even take into consideration, why do Black men get outside your race? I don't ask these niggas. I just assume because they hate their mother or they hate Black women. A lot of men have valid reasons of why they chose to look elsewhere to find love. Like, you know what I'm saying? We don't give Black men that excuse. We just, you supposed to tolerate, you supposed to tame me. You might, just because my emotions is like, we hear this rhetoric all the time. Like, I need a man that can tame me. The amount of Black women that came on the show and said that, Black men are tired of taming other human beings, especially adults. Like,
handle, that's what they say.
Handle, tame me, all of that shit. Like, you know what I mean?
You're supposed to live with this person for the rest of your life. You're not gonna ever.
No, that's why they're leaving.
You're not gonna feel a
no,
hiccup.
that's what. The taming part, like like you said, you don't want to you're not raising an animal.
You don't have
And
to
I'm not
raise
raising
a
my
woman.
partner. We're growing together.
Mhm.
I'm not. Y'all don't want to listen to a
as
man,
you
but
grow,
y'all
you don't
want us to be our
expect any
daddies.
hiccups in that road. Like as you grow, like I can understand
Growth.
up and leaving if it's really inconvenient for both parties. It's no beneficial properties to anything, and it's just not working. Get up and leave. But if you get in an argument one day, you still love this person, you still cherish this person, but at the moment, this person's making me upset. That's not the point where you just get up and go there.
No,
That's
but-
not what he's saying. He's saying when you encounter that same problem in the women you dating over and over and over, eventually you're gonna get tired of it.
Yeah, that's why.
So you think? Oh, sorry to cut you off.
Sure.
So do you think like dating outside, like ethnically and racially, right?
Mhm.
Think that because there's a lot of women outside of race that act that way as well. You feel me? I feel like all of it is just based on trauma. Just when it comes to black women, we do have a lot of trauma. Black men do have a lot of trauma. We like the center of the minorities. You feel me?
Right.
So you go outside, you see it's not common, but you're gonna find it.
Mhm.
So it's like it makes us feel not appreciated, not wanted, because same thing we're doing over here, everybody else is doing. It's just y'all keep finding faults in everything. That, you feel
Yeah.
me?
I get. Go ahead, Keith.
I don't.
It could be
Like-
the place you find in your love if you keep finding the same kind of love.
Mm.
Go to church. Find your wife in the choir.
In
You
church.
won't- you won't see
Church
her
might not
yelling.
be the best option either. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo,
Ah,
They
shit.
just
No
don't they
God-fearing
have no
woman?
hope for us. That's what it be.
That's like
they don't
nothing
be
we
having
do
no
is
hope.
right,
Like
literally.
It's not even
They
that.
just
It's like, all right, when you look at certain cultures, right? In certain like if you go to a Hispanic culture and where they're taught they got to make their man plate, right? So you go to their mom house, and if you don't make that plate, the mom is looking at the daughter like, "What are you doing? You're not supposed to be making it on plate." Now you go to a black household, and the man making it on plate. Yeah, that's
his feet
good.
work, his hands work.
Right,
Like, why?
exactly.
I'm not his slave. Like, you know what I'm
I
saying?
am my
They never
household.
do no shit like that.
No.
Facts. Like I said, it's subjective. Like my mother ain't never do that. Like just my.
I'm not
my
saying
last
it's
people-
every household, but
I
where's
know,
it
but that's
most likely
proving
to
my
happen?
point,
But
though.
that
That's
was
proving
like a
my
real
point.
vague
Like,
one.
it happens in every culture. Y'all just choosing not to be associated.
No, but
this one.
you it's all about minority and majority. If it happens a majority over here, I'm not gonna go to where it happens a majority and then try to look through the little bit of people that it is where I go over here and I got a whole bunch to pick from. You know what I'm saying?
Look, I feel like black women aren't really taught the same things as other cultures to groom their men and assist their men. But at the end of the day, like maybe like let's go back 30 years. We had all those things.
Right.
Those things were stripped
And
away
y'all was
from
the
us.
most married.
And yeah,
Yes.
black women.
But let me finish the thought. Let me
y'all
finish
had
the thought.
those qualities, and
Listen,
y'all was the
listen.
most married.
Let me finish the
So
thought.
what the fuck do you think if those qualities go away, what's gonna happen?
Massive amount of men going to jail. Black men going to jail. Now we're left alone to take care of our kids and our mothers and our young
Right,
black
y'all talking about
boys.
a generation that got nothing to do with
Listen,
y'all,
this has been a problem forever, and it's still going to continue to be a problem because I know people who've gone to jail and thought it nothing of it, like the snap of their
It's definitely
finger,
deeply
like it's
rooted,
fine.
and I feel like a lot of like even if y'all want to say like black women are insecure, I hear that a lot. Like I said, all of that is deeply
Everybody's
rooted. Like
insecure. In this,
It's
yeah, but I
human
feel like it's
qualities.
definitely deeply rooted. Like it's never just oh yeah, they just insecure. Like
They just don't care.
that's why I feel like it has to be an understanding. Like I mean, y'all don't have to.
But is
try to
there
get to
is that same
understand person.
understanding applied to black men? It's
That
not.
understanding is only
Yes,
going to be
you
found
have women.
within our community. That's why we should stick together
I
instead
know,
of reaching
but-
out to everyone else, expecting them to understand us when we got each other to understand each other. That's what nobody understands.
I think that's the issue. Waiting for somebody to understand you instead of doing the work yourself.
That's
man.
why
Like,
you have
No,
to.
but
you
can
know
it-
yourself.
It can be like it can definitely like coincide with each other though. Like it don't have to
What?
be either or.
Can
What do
I
you
ask you, ladies, do you guys hear women say, "Oh, I'm not doing this shit for a nigga"? Da, 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 da. Like
Wait.
y'all hear that rhetoric, right? Like, "Oh,
mean,
I don't,
probably
I don't,
to
I'm
their
not cooking
friends.
for him. Go get your own meal." Like, y'all don't
I
hear that
mean,
stuff.
as a grown ass woman, like shit gotta get done. Like I don't hear it often because like
We
it's
do,
a mature thing as well.
and if
you gotta find a different party. If
no.
if
What
I'm
I-
feeding
what
my
I-
men,
what
I'm gonna
I'm
eat.
saying-
What's
so-
the problem with that?
So
Yeah.
y'all have brothers,
Yes,
and what are your brothers saying
my brother.
about the women?
My brother is a college student. He works. He makes good money. He's a bouncer, and he has a woman who lives in his home. He lives in Virginia. They coexist. She cooks. He cooks. She cleans. He cleans.
mm.
They are just two people.
It just works for them though. Like I said, that's why I feel like all of this stuff is subjective, right? So like for me, my oldest brother, he the first child, you feel me? So he got his ways. Definitely we bump heads with that. Like he be expecting like a woman to cook for him. But like I'm not gonna lie, as a grown ass woman, like you have to feed yourself. Ain't nobody gonna cook for you like a man gonna cook everything. So the food gonna get made regardless. Hold up, the food gonna get made regardless. You feel me? I'll make your plate first. All that shit don't mean nothing. Like you feel me? That's how.
Does the man have the luxury to say, you know what? I don't feel like paying the bills. The bills gonna get paid. Like men don't have that luxury to be like, damn, I'm not gonna be a provider. I'm not gonna protect you half time. I'm not gonna do. They don't have that luxury. Like y'all,
men don't come. I mean, women don't. Women and men complain just as much. Men complain about paying bills. Yes, they do, because I've seen it plenty of times. And women might complain, but it's just like a not a defense mechanism, but like people human. People gonna feel that. Like if you're constantly having that chip on your shoulder, like you're gonna feel it. You know, it's a human thing. Like it's not. It don't have to be women or men. If you the person that take care of household bills all the time, 365 days of the year, you're gonna get tired.
Yeah.
If I'm cooking 365 days of the year, I'm gonna get tired.
We don't be asking y'all to cook 300. We actually cook like twice a week, and y'all still give pushback.
These men be the same men that want their women to look. I'm going to school right now. I'm going to get my nursing degree. So if I'm going to be a nurse. I'm going to be working 35 hours a week. I'm supposed to come home, take care of you after I just took care of the whole tri-state area. That's what's supposed to happen.
35 hours a week. That's a lot.
I mean,
that's not even a full work.
That's not even 40 hours. Like, that's
no, but do you work as a nurse?
I work.
Do you work as a nurse? Do you know what a nurse does in her day-to-day life?
Mm-hmm.
You know what it is, right? So I have no right to be tired.
Nobody say you have no right to be
tired.
tired.
You tried to belittle it because it wasn't as much as you did. But it's still something I do.
I'm saying you talking about working 35 hours.
That's still
while that man working 70 hours a week.
Okay,
and then you complain about being tired. Nurses work 3-4 days a week?
That's why I chose it. That's why I chose it. Men could be nurses too. Men could be nurses too. Y'all just be choosing y'all jobs.
You're saying he chose that. Most men have to work those hours to provide for their family. I'm one of those men. You get what I'm saying? I have no choice.
Snaps to you.
But I'm saying like, so I expect my woman to do the things that you are feeling like is too much.
Are you the sole provider of your situation?
Yeah, mostly.
Mostly.
She has some things that she has to add, like gas or whatever.
But you're the majority, right?
Yes, I am.
So since you are that majority and you're taking off a lot of the stress off her back, I can understand why she would sit there and say, oh, he's really making my life easier. Why don't I sit here and make his life easier?
But most women are not. They don't have that feeling. They feel like, I'm working.
Let them come across a man who's willing to take some stress off their back. They will figure it out.
I'm working. The man paying all the bills. You can't make his dinner? She had work too. She was working in the school for 4 hours.
And it's two different things. We're working to provide for our family. You're working to spend your money on yourself. Like you're not trying to you're trying to buy Fashion Nova. You're trying to spend all your money on yourself. This is why women say
stigma.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like
women say his money is my money.
It's given like just immature woman. I'm not gonna lie. Like I've never really
his money is my money and my money is my money. You never heard women say that?
No, I heard it before, but that's what I'm saying. It comes with maturity level. A 28-year-old woman with kids and priorities is not going to work to fucking Fashion Over. They're going to work
to sustain themselves.
You feel me? Like, it's a maturity level, it's responsibility, it's all of that shit.
Y'all be choosing the younger women club girls, expecting them to be
They don't have as much responsibility. So they're going to spend their money on whatever they spend on, especially if they have a man handling all the important shit.
But this is why women want to work and they want a man to provide so they don't have to spend their own money. Like that's the whole purpose of a man providing, so you don't have to spend your own money, right? It's not like I want a man to provide so we can equally build together. No, I want you to provide so I can have my money in case something happens in this relationship and I can have my own exit money. That's how women are thinking mentally. Like, you get what I'm saying? Okay. Like,
when I make money and I save my money, I have a child. So my money goes to my savings. I don't touch my money that I don't use.
You're single in a relationship. How does that work?
If I was in a relationship, if I'm going to have this man in my household, he's not going to be no freeloader and just sitting up on my couch. It's not your household.
It's your house.
But no. But I said it's my house because I have the lease on my apartment. That's my life.
And that ain't a relationship either.
That's not a relationship. If we live together and you came to live with me, you should be. Yes, it's we. But it's my home because it's my underling, my
You
child.
sound like one of the women that kick a nigga out just because this is my house.
that's
Nigga, get out.
She wants
This
him
is my house.
When
When a woman say that, when a woman say this is my house, it's a reason. It's a reason.
I feel like men get
it's her house.
intimidated. Men get
I'm
intimidated.
traumatized by
My
certain
brothers,
people.
don't
Wait.
move into a chick house because that's the first thing she do when she get in her attitude or when she thinking in her head that you're doing something. She's gonna kick your ass out. Don't move in.
You got
It's my shit.
This is my house.
My name
You
is
gotta
Elise,
say this.
So what if the shoe was on the other foot? What if I did something, you would be
Right.
like, get out my house.
Right.
But the
Niggas
difference
just-
is, I got a son. You gonna kick me and my baby out?
And women,
Comprehend. They
and
don't
women
comprehend half the
women
time.
shouldn't be with a man that's gonna be able to do that to her either.
Right.
Yeah,
That's a fact.
But
But that's your first initial thought when I said this is my home.
Yeah.
That's,
got on
that's how
defense
you
mode,
think.
just like you got on
You
defense mode
projecting that to
earlier.
me.
you said this
Lot
is
of
my
people
house.
say
Yeah, but you're projecting that I would like kick a guy out just
when
for
somebody's
anything.
adamant about saying this is my house.
No, what
you
if
want
they
the
just
person
work
to know.
so hard to get it to the fact that that's their biggest accomplishment?
I'm happy for you.
As a
but-
human being, not as a woman or a man, as a human.
I'm happy for
Yes.
you, but when we are together, this is now our house. This is our house.
It can be
It-
our house if you paid bills in our house and
Yeah.
if you contribute to
You
our
talk-
house.
But if you say
Here
my name
in
is
our
on the
house.
lease,
You
this
gotta
is
do
still
something.
not our house. This is
Oh
not
my
our
God,
house.
then advocate for
So-
yourself. Get
so-
your name
so
on that
we
lease,
gonna-
babe. Well, I don't know what you want me.
No, I just say I wouldn't deal with a woman.
You
that
better
says
better
that.
cement yourself in that woman's life. Whatever happened to
You
courtship
just
and
said,
stuff like
you just
that.
said he not gonna be no freeloader, so obviously he contributing to the household.
Yes. So
But
So
it's
you can't.
yours.
So when push comes to shove, you can't be like, okay, this is my shit. You got to get the fuck out.
He never said that. He put it up.
He's making me something.
It's not about what you said. It's about how you
Put it up.
said it. Like you
I
very
get
much
it, I
was
get it.
stern with this is my shit. Like
It's
you know what I'm saying?
because
Like,
I just explained to y'all I have a situation in my life where a man has felt like he could control me and he.
so now in
once
return,
he-
you want to make sure you could control shit.
No, I want to make sure I am in control of myself and what I have going on. So I cannot, fall to the same issues I've
Right.
had in the past. What anybody would do,
Right.
bro. Not sit there and keep falling to the same problem. Keep falling to my knees and losing everything because of a guy.
I understand that too.
It's not personal, but if you don't have any children, right? Dating her would be a lot different than dating me because I have baggage. She does not have baggage. I have emotional baggage and I have things I need to take care of on top of that. So it's like if I were to invite you to my home, it would be completely different than getting to her home. It's her home and your home now. But if it's my home, it's my son's house. And not
Like,
to
the
say
son
he
is gonna
runs
be
the crib,
priority.
but
Like, I'm gonna make sure the
I'm
roof
making
is
sure
over his
Son run the
head.
crib.
So
I'm not
That's
saying
not your
that.
responsibility.
But
That's my
he's-
responsibility to keep the roof over his head.
Yes.
If you not, for me, the biological, you know what I mean?
So when you get into a relationship, you say you got baggage, right? Or you say you got emotional baggage. Are you doing anything to get rid of that emotional baggage?
Therapy. Snap.
You in therapy right now?
Yes, as you
Right.
should.
And this is what we trying to tell you. Work on yourself before
Well, why-
you get on
I-
relationships.
Before you
feel like
expect
a
a
lot of
man to
men
come
are
in
not
and
willing
Women
to
be expecting the
therapy
man to come in
as
and
much
take
as
on the
women are.
emotional baggage, and we saying we tired
You go
of
to
that
therapy?
shit, bro. Huh?
You go to therapy?
I do.
Oh, good. You're a good person. You go to therapy?
Sure do.
Oh, good. See? There's not a lot of people like that.
Yeah,
People really don't
but
take
what
care
we're
of them.
saying is these men are examples of I'm trying to do the work myself. That way, no woman has to deal with my emotional baggage, right? What men are being told is that we have to tolerate your emotional baggage, and if we're not man enough if we don't carry your baggage and your emotional unintelligence, for lack of better words, and be able to somehow make you a better woman because of that. Like men are saying, like we're tired of that. We're gonna go somewhere where we appreciate where we don't have to deal with as much baggage. You know what I mean? As much emotional unintelligence or whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's valid. Just like if a woman chooses to date outside her race because
For the same reason.
for the same reason, I
It's
think that's valid. Like you know what I'm saying? Like but
It's all personal.
Yeah.
It depends.
Definitely.
Like I wouldn't even find myself in an area where I could find myself dating a guy who's black that wouldn't like that I'm black. I don't think I would be in that surrounding area. So I wouldn't come across that.
Say it again.
Say it again.
I wouldn't
Cool.
be in like a place where I would find a man who wouldn't like me for me. Cause I would find him in like probably work or something. Or a place I usually go around where I live. And where I live is not a place where I find multiple cultures or multiple people. I find people like me.
Right.
So when you stay inside that bubble, it's harder to find people who like, you know, Asian women.
But you say you want to date a man that don't like you because you black?
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
That was the whole question. You said Asian women dating outside of their race. I said if I wouldn't find myself like falling for a man who doesn't like black women or doesn't like black power.
I'm not gonna lie. You can tell there's certain men like that put black women on a pedestal. There is, and there's men who just, for me, just sweep it under the rug. Not necessarily.
You mean there's certain men that put? You mean out like non-black men? Or you just mean
like black men?
Oh, okay.
Like I'll give an example. Like some guy I was talking to one time. Like he just always used terms as far as like black queen, shit like that. You could tell. You feel me? Shit like that.
Cute.
It's cute.
It's cute.
It's cute. Like you feel me? But
it's
proves
too
my
much, but
point
it's
of,
like
like,
adorable though.
Yeah. I mean, he was like, you know, on the simp side. But
Exactly.
But that still adds to my point though.
Exactly.
Like, nah, shut the fuck up. No. You gotta listen to the whole point.
What's the point? What's the point?
My point is y'all choose not to. Like
choose not to.
If you love black women, you have no like animosity towards them.
Right.
Which I feel like a lot of black men do. So it's gonna always play a part in.
But where are you getting this data from? Like,
first of all, I'm getting my data off what I've heard today. I
Mm-hmm.
came out of each one of y'all mouths because I'm a very observant.
That we don't. You said that we have an animosity towards black women.
Yeah, he got defensive over something she said, and it wasn't even defensive at all. He got defensive over something she said, and it wasn't even. It was just general
I
statement.
believe I got defensive.
Yeah, I don't think it's. I think animosity is the wrong word.
Defensive, but you had like a very quick rebuttal that you felt
and,
like it was personal.
Shut it down. Type shit. Like you did.
I think sometimes it comes off defensive because, like we had a show where, you know, black women love to generalize, right? They have no problem with no data. Like they'll say 3 of their friends did some all black men. They love generalizing all black men. And then the moment we talk about black, but not me. It's like, so y'all understand generalizations when it comes to black men, but when it comes to that's not me. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I got a black stepfather. My dad make $40 an hour as an engineer. I do not think my dad is like every other black man. Literally. I think every person is individual. It depends on what you put time on and you focus on and what you are individually. But
anything else gotta be healed.
Yeah.
On that projecting and all that other stuff. Like it's common these days, but it's also like very not common too. Like to find somebody that's like working on themselves and like don't fit in the statistics of like what you used to.
But that's what I'm saying, man. People just gotta do the work to come into situations healed and not try to project that trauma or look for somebody to handle their trauma or teach them how to do. Like
also another thing too. You talked about fetishize other ethnic groups fetishizing black men. But when these other non-black men be fetishizing black women, now it's cute. Oh, they appreciate. White men love to fetishize black women.
That's not my.
No,
that's
y'all
not my cup of joe.
Romantic, like you know what I'm saying. Like y'all love that shit. Like
he asked me, could he touch my hair?
A white man would say, "I love your natural hair." Y'all look at it as, "Oh my God, he appreciates my natural beauty." A black man says that, "Oh, he's trying to
lying."
I do that.
What the fuck?
Don't lie.
That's not personal. Like
You laughing? Your face saying it all. Your face saying it all right now. Look.
I would appreciate it a lot more from a black man than like
we was literally listing the natural hairstyles that we love on black women.
All right, so keep saying.
And if you look in the comments, black women, y'all don't really like our natural hair
because y'all really don't. Y'all really be chasing the women who
Case in point.
Listen. Y'all didn't let me finish the thought. Look. Most of the time,
was you in the comments?
No.
Oh, my bad.
Was you? You was looking
I was in
at
the video.
Yeah. But women like what I got on my hair right now, a wig, right? So this is what's on TV. This is everywhere. This is what is broadcast. This is
we prefer that?
No.
Okay.
Not necessarily.
The
women who are broadcasted, who are beloved and famous and considered beautiful and normalized as beautiful, alter themselves to be that way.
Okay.
So when men say, "Oh, I like it this way," what
are they doing it for?
Men.
But we need more women to be honest about that, because when we do have these conversations, they say we do it for ourselves. We don't do it for men validate. We do it for ourselves. Like, and we know this to be true, but they keep lying to us, even though we saying like, yo, we don't like the BBLs, we don't like this. We're not doing it for y'all. We doing it for ourselves. That's the main thing we always hear from women.
I wouldn't get a BBL. Too many people died. Too many people died.
Well, what is your point about the hair?
It's unessential.
What's your point about the hair?
It's like black women's hair is it's our power. It's no
So
other
we see
other race.
If it's your power, why are you hiding it?
Because you don't deserve it no more. You done made me feel like garbage about it.
Who?
And
Not black men?
Okay.
Now that's
even other black women hate black women's hair. Like, you could see a white woman with a pixie cut. If you see a black girl with a pixie cut, she's bald-headed as fuck. And that's it. That's the end of the conversation.
You talking about Nia Long?
That's beautiful.
I love her.
We love that.
How many people talk about how much they love Nia Long?
Yeah, but you're not a woman. Like, you don't understand.
I feel like it's
we're attracted to
I
women.
feel like it's always conditions put on it. So, like, let me give an example, right? I'm a black woman. I have more of like finer hair, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's black women with thicker hair, more coarse, curlier, right?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all have conditions. Y'all say y'all like natural hair, but y'all go for the woman with the looser hair or like you know what I'm
more
what I'm say, like
tame looking.
I think where y'all get misconstrued, we go after the woman that maintains her hair, not the woman that want us to take them as they are with the Meek Mill braids, like, or whatever the case may be.
Who got me?
Because when y'all take these wigs off, sometimes
First of
it's
all, that's
Meek Millie
the
up under.
process. That's how you get it there.
All
Don't
right,
try to get me.
but we don't.
Whoa.
Look, so when you outside, you looking like a beauty queen. You come home, you snatch that shit off.
But
Who
guess
are
what?
you?
I got hair.
But I'm saying
Don't play
that's
me.
the problem we have to deal with. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't see you naturally. If you got beautiful hair, if we
why
say
not just accept it as like that's a part of being a black woman? Like that's
a part of you being a
it's
black
protective styles for a black woman.
Yeah, so my hair don't fall because I keep tugging it.
Is embracing your natural beauty. And if a man tells you he adores you because of it, we shouldn't get pushback saying, well, I want to wear my wig so much.
I never said that. If a man really would accept me 100% of the time for like wearing my curly fro, I would be okay with that.
You said what?
If a man was seriously make me feel comfortable in like the entire, like
you said, there's other women that don't make you feel comfortable.
Yes, they don't either.
Hey, what they got to do with us? We telling you that we like
it's
this
because
shit.
if I go to work every day, I can't wear my hair in a fro because it's frowned upon by the entire work.
It's frowned upon by your white boss, your white employer. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So it makes me feel uncomfortable to the point where I have to change to fit a societal norm.
Have you done it?
And I want to ask.
Have you done it?
What? Wore my real hair to work and stuff?
Yeah.
Yes.
And they were saying, yeah, that's not it.
No, it's just comments.
What's the comment?
It's because like if I wear like my hair in a ponytail to the back, like how she does, I can't put heat in my hair as often because my hair will fall out. Because I have 4C hair. My hair's drier. It's a lot more attention, more care.
Right.
Okay.
So if I continue to keep doing my hair over and over and over again, I will have none.
Right.
So I'd rather, take the time out. Just put this on. It's winter time. It's cold anyways.
That's what I'm saying. You don't see white women doing that because they don't have them struggles. That's what I'm saying. It comes with like the black culture. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's protective styles. Black women look at it as protective styles, wigs, weave, braids, all that stuff. Protective styles.
It's only protective because
it's to keep it. Hold up, back to your point. Is to keep it tamed and managed. Whatever you just said.
Which is fine, right? But then don't sit there and tell black men that they don't like y'all natural. If y'all doing that to protect y'all hair, cool. Say that. Don't say, oh no, y'all don't really like that shit. Could we sitting there telling y'all that like the shit?
I just want to say shout out to my lady because 80% of the time she has her natural hair out. She does.
No, shout out to her, man. For her appreciating her. I think a lot of times this conversation comes down, the hair is always subject. Like black women will fight tooth and nail to have another woman's hair on their head. But I think a lot of it comes down to y'all aren't raised to know how to manage and take care of your own natural hair, bro. Like y'all don't know what products to put in there. Y'all don't know nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying?
All day.
Let's talk about it.
That's chemicals. Y'all putting chemicals in your hair to destroy it. Like,
this isn't nice. This doesn't look cute.
A woman, your mother probably told you that.
And what did I just say? Women are the ones who make us feel better about our hair.
Black men don't like your natural hair.
Yeah, but if we go outside.
Oh
my God. What do you think certain women, like when we date when I have like a significant other, and we go into a social situation, like, and I bring you around my friends, I want to feel my best. I want to look my best.
Okay.
So you as my partner, I want you to appreciate the steps I took to look my best, feel my best, and be my best in front of my friends. And what a man should do in front of her partner, his or her partner's friends, is always make their woman feel better and like
A man should
make her feel
like in public, like
whether
yeah.
with or whether you're not.
Yes, but you get what I'm.
It matters, like in front of, like, you know.
No, I get what you're saying. Yeah, I'm just telling you he should do it all the time.
Yeah, but not just because you put on the wig though. Like
No,
when
I
you
know,
if you
but-
wear your naturals, he should be the same way, babe.
Yes,
Looking beautiful tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like it shouldn't just be when you have a wig on, and you should feel like your best when you have a wig on. That's what we're trying to say.
My
That is
best when I
fucking-
have a wig on, it's hot.
So take that motherfucker off. That's what we saying. Like,
Let that shit breathe.
let
Like,
it breathe.
listen, we could honestly be here all day.